So like I was saying, the Navy is just like one big organization right here, where like they just like pick up on cheap land that they could operate on, and they operate because they're federal state, part of the federal government. The income in which they give to that region is like it's like a life source. In terms like I don't think San Diego even needs them to survive. Like San Diego already is already popping in terms of having the border. So like if this disappear right here, that city will still flourish because of these people down there. And as you can see, like they kind of blocked off geographically, but like regular mountains, and then the distance to LA is just like it's pretty ridiculous. So just simply because of these people down there, San Diego is popping really hard, and the connection to like the rich valleys that operate within LA and whatever. So up there you don't have a military, you don't have the Navy up there. It came down there for a reason. It's because it's kind of strategic in terms of the border and the cheap land that was available, or like the cheap whatever else could cost us for them. So within that little circle right here, they have like a entire organization. So I used to go to class right here to be trained on certain equipment and like just the lingo and certain things in terms of like being prepared for like certain type of systems or whatever. So I used to work over there with certain individuals that work within that base right here. That work within that base right here. And this region, this area alone, it's a wealthy ass area. Like it's a wealthy ass area. So I used to work somewhere around there, right next to certain places. So you can see like airstrip. This is what they call it, naval air base or something like that. Naval Air Station, San Diego, North Island. So naturally, you'll have a lot of Air Force individuals, in there. So the benefit of so the reason why there's so many veterans employed into that is because it's kind of like a pass the torch kind of like a setting where like they invite them to work as like enlisted, but then once they get out, they still need a force that is a knowledgeable of both the military system and the politics involved, and also on the equipment that they work on. So it's veterans are like just to even hear that there are veterans that get out and they can't find work. It's just like it's kind of weird because automatically like if you're part of the Air Force or the Navy, the minute you get out, you're eligible for like one day positions in terms of helping them continue helping them assist working on those maintenance or whatever. So that's why you have like a lot of guys who have like 20 years in within the system or the Navy, whatever. And once they get out, they have like an extra 20 years into the federal system. So it's like they run on like full 40 years or whatever, and do nothing but this. So it's like very easy because that's something that they've been doing their entire life, so they're used to it. So I used to work. I used to go to class here, and then go to work right here with the submarine crew or whatever. It's just like very simple, like the Mac. You get a few individuals or whatever. And none of this is classified information. It's on Google Map. It's already on Google. So all of this is just like on open source information. There's nothing secretive about this at all. So I used to work here with a small crew, and because I used to work here with a small crew, I never felt the need to attach or even like make any bond with anybody over here because my job site is here, and I have nothing to gain over here. The people over here could actually come over here to work because of the expertise, while me, I specialize into like certain things in relation to like the submarines, and they don't need me over here. So I couldn't get any hours or anything from there, or like even any benefit from even connecting with the people over there, unless it's to look for a place to live or something, or like a hang out in a bar or something like that. So I never really hanged out with those people, and because of that, it created like some sort of bad feeling between me and those groups where like I never really talked to, and I avoided. So those people gossip from that small unit. They gossip throughout that entire base, that entire Air Force and Navy, to those individuals that they work with. those weird ass individuals they work with within that system capacity, and those people somehow were connected to dumbasses like this guy right here and her. And right down into the monkey torture rings or whatever. I mean that's just sometimes like being very sloppy. So like when I eat with my fingers, I just wipe it off with this. I know they just wash it. Like if you saw the system, I'd like, well, how this is clean. You probably like wipe your ass with that too. So overall, like I don't even know how the fuck I even connected with those vile people. Like I did everything. That's that's the shit that makes you believe in the Bible or even like God Himself. Like that because it's so fucking crazy to see that. Like I was doing everything in my power to like just like the minute I'm told to like get off of work or whatever. The minute I'm told like work is over, I hop onto my car, boom, pass on the traffic, get on this bridge. Whichever place I live into, like if it was the National City along the whatever that building was that gave me that view over there, or that small area right there, which was very clean and very very cool because of the availability of certain things related to like food or whatever. Into that place right here, that was like really 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 nice. And, so I had nothing to complain about, to be honest. Like I was kind of set into the middle class as a single man, and it just so happened that while I was having all that time to like think about certain things on work on certain technologies, that during COVID-19 I just came up with a concept to like improve these households for the low income, not even the high end, because the high end, the upper class individuals were not even my customer base. So the work that I was willing to put in was in relation to like the poor neighborhoods or whatever, in relation to like dealing with COVID-19 and like other things. And it wasn't even like to go after the millions or something like that. It was just put something out there as a function to like create culture, like a function overall. And that's pretty nice. In terms of like being a single guy, I was making like about almost like six figures for my level, like, which is not bad, especially with the type of degree that I have. So that's just me going at my own pace or like doing different things. That's not even including some of the side hustles that I could have going for me in this time. So overall, like once he told me cut it off, go home, that was it. I was going home and just like shut myself off from like any type of work that I did. Like I was not one of those idiots that would just like stand back and just argue over like who moved this mop bucket or whatever. So I never really hanged out if in any of those clubs or bars or whatever, simply because I know that gossip runs rampage throughout the military network and it will eventually find its way to my work. So what I did is that I either travel to Phoenix, take a flight there or drive there because it's fun, especially in that desert area, which is very calm and relaxing drive into the desert. Or I go to Vegas, definitely fly to Vegas, or you could drive to the maze of the loops or whatever, but flying to Vegas is much more easier. Or I'll drive to LA or fly to LA, and that's pretty much why I moved into San Diego, simply because I had LA, Vegas, Phoenix, and Tijuana right next to me. So 4 main cities that I could just like, if I got bored of San Diego, I could just change the setting. So I used to go to like purposely leave those regions to not hang out at those bars and clubs. And I go to the bars and clubs of Tijuana instead, or the bars and clubs of LA, or the bars and clubs of Phoenix instead. And overall, somebody within that system spread information into this region right here, leading me into a situation that I already knew would have flopped simply because of the individuals involved into it. And so had the U.S. Navy not gotten involved into that business, or even the previous business that was tied to it, this whatever happened here would have never happened, and whatever happened here would have never escalated into whatever shit show that they had. So because I took some sick days off, these people right here maliciously call off an investigation on me, and those people, they stuck on me for more than 3 years apparently up until this date. And because of I still can't believe it, that to see that I went from like malicious intent tied to like I didn't feel something was right with those people simply because of the internet connection. So I don't really trust when people tied to like certain internet group, especially from 4chan. The minute that I hear that, it tells me that you're very you spread information to like certain groups just for fun, or like certain movement. So I tend to stay away from them because immediately 4chan, that links me to like the drug trade, hacking network, or like many other disruptive things in life, including torture, like the murders of like certain individuals, gang fights, and all that. So immediately I know I have to stay away from you. So like I get that bad. I had that gut instinct feeling that it's not like why would I want to come to work and just like talk about goal or whatever. So that's just fucking stupid. So the minute I had that bad feeling about those people, I kind of like got away from them, and my instinct will correct. Those individuals were tied to like the drug trade, the hacking scene, especially in this area right there. That's like, I think it's all mixed with like white Americans, Russians, Italians, or whatever. And so within the scene, especially it's tied to the naval base, ESET building. So you have ESET, so that tells you there's a lot of highly intelligent individuals tied to Silicon Valley over there, mixing the engineering capacity that comes with that the carriers and the air station right there. You get even a bigger source tied to the hacking scene, and like different groups tied to like different things in relation to some things being done online. So immediately they have access to like the NSA and different groups. So because the guy that I work for handled the resources of